following presentation is rated PG and may contain coarse language and mature themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
You know that there was a thing last year that people on the internet wanted to ban Father's Day because they said it was a slap in the face to single mothers. Can I tell you as a man who was raised by a single woman that we could have used some Father's Days? People talk about single mothers like, oh my God, they're heroes, they're doing both jobs. A single mom is not doing both jobs, she's doing one job drunk.
As a comedian, going from town to town is your life. In and out of hotels sounds exciting, but with only working an hour a night, the other 23 can feel like a sentence. So what do? Anything. I'm Nathan Macintosh, and this is Stand Up Downtime.
Let's get up to get down. I want the lights on. Man, we're gonna rock this town.
This is Steve Patterson, very funny comedian who is also the author of the book of Letters I Didn't Know Where to Send, and he's also the host of CBC Radio's The Debaters.
Country music doesn't follow the rules of normal music either. Sometimes there's a word that's not long enough for the phrase, you just make it way longer. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you can't really find a rhyme, so you just change the tense of a word. It doesn't make any grammatical sense, but it's okay in country. They're always trying to put life lessons into the country songs that have never been said anywhere else. But they're in a country song, right? My favorite is a song called Sometimes You're the Windshield, Sometimes You're the Bug. Goddamn right, Mary Chapin Carpenter, you're goddamn right.
What's up, Steve?
Brother?
How you doing, man?
I can't
Whoa.
believe you used your real name. I could find you so easily here.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you use fake names?
Why would I use a fake name?
Because you're a Canadian superstar, that's why.
Where do you want to go?
Who uses their own name at the...
Where are we going?
Just go to the restaurant. There's gotta be a restaurant around here. I'm not leaving the building, wherever we go.
You know, yeah.
This just feels right.
Jesus Christ. There's absolutely no...
Welcome to TWH Social.
At a table, it's our honeymoon, so we're a little nervous.
Ooh, anniversary, all right.
Married for 12 minutes. Fresh. Steve, can I say, man, as a young man
As a young buck.
who travels around, this is a super nice restaurant bar, hotel bar that we're in.
This is super classy. This building I happen to know from history used to house a comedy club in it.
Yeah.
I think it was called Chuckle Chuckles.
Chuckle Chuckles.
Chuckle Chuckles.
The Laugh Factory.
Might have been Chuck Chucks.
Oh, the Laugh Factory's a real place.
Yes, Laugh Factory is a real place.
Make it up. That's like a fake name. Do you care when you're on the road? Do you try to eat healthy? Do you try to watch what you're doing?
It's a great question, Nathan. Thank you. Obviously, I'm a high-level athlete. My body is a thing that things get consumed in. I did a real kick for a while on the road. I was so sick of eating road food.
Yeah.
I brought, no joke, a George Foreman grill on the road with me.
Wow.
And would just make chicken in my hotel room like in an apartment building.
Yeah.
And I would carry around a 4-liter jug of water to drink 4 liters, and I had a vegetable steamer, and I ate that all the time
Wow.
for like a couple months, and you do get healthier.
Totally.
But then you're also like, I hate my life now.
You have grease trap in your room. You have a full-on grease trap in the room.
Yeah, a lot of steam. So
Yeah.
it's like here you have a steam room in
But that's
your
kind
room.
of a nice thing, you know? You get vegetables, opening your pores.
Oh, I would do. I'd put my face over it.
I try to watch, just because sometimes you wake up in the middle of the day. You know what I mean?
It's rough. I don't know if people know what it's like for us, but
But I mean, you wake up in the middle of the day because you're doing too much of this, right? You go to bed late. You're like, hey, before I go to sleep tonight, why don't I just snort a spicy chicken sandwich? And then you wake up, you're like, I can't live.
why did I do this? Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is when you order stuff from a hotel and they ask you how many people are eating. And it's just you. I'd like a French onion soup and this and this. And, oh, how many plates would you like? It's just me. Does not everyone order 2 entrees and a bottle of wine?
Skip a plate, put it right into a big bowl, blend it.
Yeah, that's
Big
how I
deal,
like it.
drink it.
Yeah, I got my own grill. Just send it up. one of the greatest feelings in the world has to be eating food wearing a robe, right? I mean, I think we all know this. So I can't, and plus I get all the receipts in the hotel because I need to keep the receipts on the road. So I order room service all the time. It's a really economical way to eat, I find.
I've ordered a $27 Caesar salad. Landed in Montreal. I had to go to the show, but I didn't, I needed to eat. Didn't have time. I go, just send me up a Caesar salad. $27.
I was just doing a gig and they gave me a room. And they said, we'll pay for your dinner. And a lot of people do take advantage of that. They're like, what is the greatest thing I can get on here?
Yeah.
I can't do it. I
Me
can't.
neither.
I don't know, it's the Irish roots. So I ordered a club sandwich and a tea. And it was $94.
Jeez.
Club sandwich and a tea. At
What
the
are we
Voice.
talking about here? How is that even possible?
And maybe there was a big delivery charge.
$94 club sandwich.
Yeah.
I'd put it down. I'd get out my phone. A lot of pictures.
Sure.
I almost said that it's like a celebrity. It's like running into a $94.
You put your arm around
totally.
it, yeah.
Gotta get to my cell today. $94 sandwich.
Put the bread into duck lips.
I used to eat by myself too, like when you travel, because you're like, well, I can't stay in the room the whole time. You know what I mean? I'm not a psychotic monster. And the more you sit in a room,
So I've laid out that that's what I do all the time. And then this is what you come back at me with?
do you know? No, you know
Not
why?
a psychotic monster like the other person at this table.
Do you know why you're not a psychotic monster?
Why?
Because you have a wife and a kid.
Thank you.
I was alone.
God knows no psychotic monsters have ever been married with children.
But I mean, you have a connection to the outside world. What I'm saying is, I was a single man.
Yes.
You can't sit in a room as a single man by yourself ordering food to the room, or you are a psychotic monster. Am I making too much of it? Am I going too far?
I don't know, buddy. Like we have shows at night, so you get to go out after that. I used to love going out before the show.
Yeah.
Going to a pub or whatever. And now I'm just like, I'd rather kind of just, but that is from having a small child
Yeah,
at
you're
home.
an adult
You get
man.
home, you watch
Yeah.
sports,
Yeah.
and you eat in a robe.
Yes.
I know of no more luxurious feeling than eating in a robe. You've won. You've cheated life at that point.
I always hated that when you go to eat by yourself, and you'd walk in, kind of what you're saying about the plates, and you'd walk in and I go, just for one, and the look in their face, and then you gotta go, yeah.
I lived in Montreal for 6 years with London, Ontario school French. People would ask me for directions, I would respond, je ne parle pas français. How much of an asshole do you have to be to tell someone in their language that you don't speak their language? Have you ever thought of the logic of that? It's like someone asking you a question in English and you responding, I'm sorry, man, I don't speak a single word of English.
What do you do when you get to a town? Like, what do you do when you first get there?
Well, I always take my wife and daughter now, so to Newfoundland. And then it's a totally different experience when you can bring people with you on a trip. As you know, when you're just a comedian in a town, people don't understand that you unless you're a crazy person,
Yeah.
you spend most of the time not saying anything. The only time you talk is at night to a room full of strangers,
Well, this is why I said if you stay in your room, you're a psychotic human being.
which I'm comfortable with now. It's going to take you a few more years, obviously, but you kind of go out, you observe things, but you don't really. You might talk it to yourself in your room about them to use for the show that night, but you're not really engaging people during the day. And then all of a sudden you gotta, turn it up 1,000 notches into a room full of strangers, and then often just go right back into yourself. So that's the weirdest part of the job to me, is that the time. People wonder how comedians do it. The time on stage is obviously our most comfortable time. The wandering around during the day in a town where I like to see towns I haven't been to, but once you've been to a place a handful of times and you're back,
that's true.
People think you have these regular haunts, and you're just like, I've seen it. I'm
Seen it.
just gonna hang out.
I don't know about you, but I get scared sometimes when I'm by myself in certain places. Not a nice. This is a nice place where I wouldn't feel afraid.
Right.
But certain hotels, you just go, am I gonna be killed?
Am I gonna make it?
Am I gonna make it?
I get very proud of moments that most parents would not, because I enjoy sarcasm. There are lots of people that think sarcasm is the lowest form of humor. Those people are incorrect. Well-placed sarcasm that is well delivered is funny. The lowest form of humor is having no sense of humor. Just so we're very clear. And you can't really teach sarcasm. Kids either have it, they grasp it, or they don't, and they embarrass themselves when they try. My daughter's got it. I read to her. I love to read to her. I try to read a bunch of stories. My wife will always say, Scarlett, you go pick a few books for your dad to read, and he will read them to you. And I will go into her room sometime later and go, Scarlett, did you pick the books for me to read? And she'll look at her empty hands and go, do I look like I picked the books? I know. A very proud moment, right?
Is that hard traveling, like without your family? Or with your family even? I mean, it's gotta be tough both ways.
Well, now it's tough because when they're too small to talk, they can't tell you that they're gonna miss you. And now when you have a 4-year-old that's pretty demanding, and she knows where you're going. She loves to help with sound checks, so she knows, she'll get up. You ever seen grizzled theater staff, like union theater guys? You do a sound check, they don't really care. They're just there.
Covered in dust. They usually come out of a box.
Yeah, they
like
don't
old
leave
Christmas
the theater.
lights.
Yeah, you can't do your sound check at 6 because that's when they eat dinner, even though they're just starting their shift. So I was doing a sound check, I believe, right here in Kitchener. She came out and did the sound check with me, and she just sang Moana songs into the microphone.
Super
and
cute.
just old grizzled theater veterans, just a tear in their eye or something, and then just clapping for a sound check.
Oh, wow.
And then of course I was like, hey, ass. Like I'm doing sound checks every night. You can give me nothing but the. Anyway.
You know what I thought you were gonna say? That they were like, can you speak into the mic? Like be angry with her?
Not like that. No.
We gotta get your tones again. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Come on, who's singing?
The Beebs, that is the way you do a love song. That's the phrase of that, the main chorus of that song. Is it too late to say sorry? He asks permission to apologize. That is a Canadian in a nutshell right there. Can I say sorry? No. Sorry, sorry. Ah.
As a comic, you're like, you get to travel. It's great. It's great that you get to see things. Sometimes you'll meet another comic that's great.
Yeah.
And you become friends, or you're traveling with people you know already. But when you're on your own in a city, it's not the same. It's just not the same as being with people that you love to check things out. So
Yeah, I like when my girlfriend's able to come bring our dog. We got a tiny little Chihuahua. You ever meet Baby Dog?
I don't think
That's her name.
Is the name Baby Dog?
Government
Wow,
name, man.
that
On a
is
piece
a
of paper,
change.
Baby Dog.
Baby Dog.
Baby Dog's never done a sound check, but I wonder if next time I can get her to just walk out and bark into the mic.
I think you're gonna enjoy it.
Watch some old grizzled guy be like, "There's no if you're not allowed to have water out there, what makes you think you can have a Chihuahua?"
Hey, no Spanish. I did not know you had a dog named Baby Dog.
You didn't know about Baby Dog?
That tells me that you're more confident than I even imagined.
Oh yeah.
That you have a dog named Baby Dog that you
Yeah.
travel. Have you ever taken it on the plane as like a companion?
Yes.
My God.
She's only 5 pounds.
5? That's not a dog. This steak was 5 pounds.
What's a dog? What poundage is a dog?
The minimum poundage for a dog, I would say, is about 100 pounds. I think you need a
100
real,
pounds.
a good dog.
The size of a bear.
A dog,
small black bear.
Like this is a pretty high table. I want a dog that's this high, and when it stands up, it's over you. That's why you can just dance and just cuddle into its.
So I
into
don't
its
even
breast.
have, by your logic, I don't even have a cat.
You don't even know. You
I
don't have
have
anything.
nothing.
You have a dust ball with eyes. That's all you have.
Well, she's the cutest, and I love her.
Well, I'm not going to disparage Baby Dog in front of millions of viewers, but I think a minimum weight of a dog should be triple figures.
And we're about done here, right? We're about
Angry
done.
at Baby Dog. I think so.
Drake has a song. He's got a song called Hotline Bling, and this is a love song. But there's a girl that used to call him on his cell phone, but now she doesn't, and that's it. He used to make my hotline bling. That's not. No one's ever said that. No one's ever said hotline bling except Drake. But then it's a song, and then everyone says it. And I think Drake's very talented, but I think it's dangerous to be exclusionary to people that still have landlines.